welcome to our series of videos called CLUE, which stands for Children Looking Undercover for Energy. And in these series of videos, we are going to be talking about all different types and forms of energy, how they're made and created, and how we use them in our everyday lives. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing sound energy. So let's get started. Now, energy comes in many different forms. That's part of its wonderful mystery. Sound energy is produced by making an object vibrate or move back and forth. These vibrations are then transmitted to anything that the object touches, including the air that surrounds it, thus producing sound. Now, sound has several unique attributes. It has different pitches, such as high or low, volumes, which is its level of loudness, and qualities. An example of that would be how a doorbell sounds different from a cat's meow. Sound can be traveled through water, air, wood, steel, and bones. Some sounds are pleasant to our ears, such as music, while unwanted sounds are referred to as noise. But by investigating these different traits, we can better understand what sound is and how it works. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's activity, where we will be making our very own instruments that are going to help us explore sound better and along with its various pitches, volumes, and qualities. So let's get started. Okay, so for today's activity, what you're going to need is you're going to need an abundance of different rubber bands. So you're going to want all different shapes and sizes and thicknesses of rubber bands. Just whatever you have lying around your house will work. But you're going to want maybe some skinny ones, some fat ones, some small ones, some big ones. Like I said, just any that you have lying around your house will work. And then what you're also going to need is any type of plastic, metal, glass containers that you have that you can loop your rubber bands around that you're going to be used to make your instruments today. So for what I'm using for mine is I have a paper cup, a plastic bowl, a plastic cup, and also a tin can that I'm using as well. So just any type of those containers will work. All right, once you have all your materials collected, what you're simply going to be doing to make your instruments is you're just going to take your different rubber bands and the different sizes and thicknesses of them, and you're just going to be playing around by looping them around your different cups, cans, tins, any of those materials that you found from around your house, and you're just going to loop your rubber bands around them to create different volumes and pitches. So for example, here I have one of my tin cans that I looped 2 rubber bands around of different thicknesses. I got my thick rubber band going around this way and a thinner rubber band going around the mouth of my can. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pluck my rubber band from the opening of my can and hear the different sounds that it makes. So here's it from the top of my can. You can hear that it's a very low pitch. It's not very loud. It's more of like a hum. But you can hear those vibrations from your rubber band hitting your tin can. So compare that to, let's say if I pluck this thicker rubber band that's around my can, what noise that makes. So you can tell that that makes a very high-pitched noise compared to the opening of my can, which is a very low-pitched noise. You can also tell that this is kind of a low volume sound compared to this one, which is kind of a louder volume, but not as loud as if I pluck this rubber band on the back side of my can. That is a very loud, high-pitched noise. So just compare those different sounds that you can make and create using your rubber bands and your different materials. So like this was my metal. So of course my metal noise and sounds is going to sound different compared to if I use a plastic cup. So my plastic cup here, I again have a thicker rubber band going around this way and a thinner rubber band going around this way. So here is my mouth of my cup. Again, kind of a lower noise, but not as low as compared to the tin one. So that's definitely lower than this one. But again, you can still hear those vibrations. And then I have my thicker rubber band going around. Is again a higher pitched noise, but this one's almost louder than my tin can one. And then of course the back of my cup again too is again a very loud, high pitched noise. But you can tell that there is a different sound compared to my metal versus my plastic containers because of the way that the vibrations are carrying through the different containers to make those different noises. So go ahead and just repeat this again with different containers. So like here is a plastic bowl, and you can tell that's kind of like, again, a very low, but you can hear the different vibrations compared to something as paper too. Really just have fun with this project and get creative and seeing what different noises and sounds you can make using different materials and your rubber bands. Rubber bands are a great way to show how vibration makes sound, and through making that sound, you're also making sound energy. So once again, make sure to get creative with this project and use your rubber bands and different materials to explore how you can make different pitches and volumes and qualities of your sound. And maybe once you have all your instruments made, maybe laying them up and see if you can organize them from highest pitch to lowest pitch, or which one has the lowest volume or the highest volume. Just get creative with this project really and see what you can make out of just using those rubber bands, and see if you can make your own instruments out of them. Well, I hope you have fun with today's activity and now know more about sound and sound energy, and have a fun and easy activity you can do at home. Be sure to check out all of our other videos and activities that have to do with energy and energy sources, or for some more fun STEAM activities as well. Thanks for watching. Bye!